Hello, everyone. This is David Rothfitter again, and we are on the penultimate episode of Sex, Drugs, and Divinity, our Monster Hearts, Wicked and the Divine, all sorts of fun, crazy nonsense going on. And I'm expecting today to, we're going to maintain the same level of professionalism and maturity that this game is well known for. So yes, we're going to go right into it after we do a recap. So you can, so if you've missed pieces of what's been happening, you can get caught up. And I am going to start with, let's start with the new character, Othar. That's it, Othar, not Odor. Look, maybe your name should be Othar. Just saying, you are thrash metal.
There are a lot of different discussions of how to pronounce it, and it is using horrible, not real letters. But sure, Othar, Xander, made his debut last week in the New Year's Eve special. He was there as an opening band for Lou, and he got up there, and after some ridiculous nonsense with large bug robots who are now getting in the way of everything and are stupid and are selling out with all of their plastic crap everywhere. Anyways, I got up there and gave a searing performance that convinced the entire crowd that the Pantheon was all crap and they were all false gods and none of it needed to be like worshipped anymore, and they were all like super in love with me. And then we went to the after party, and there was like some old man who was drinking a lot, and then he ate me and threw me up, and now I'm a god or something. Hi, I'm Othar. It's nice to meet you. I spent the rest of the party variously yelling at Jupiter, Vicky, or going off in quiet rooms with Manabu, who seems like really level-headed, and he seems to be like the most sort of compassionate and clear thinking of the Pantheon, I think. But we were off in some shadowy corners, and there was very nearly some like hot makeouts, but then there wasn't. And let's see. Then I got angry, drunk, yelled more at Jupiter, wandered off into a Fey realm, almost got one of my bandmates eaten by some satyrs, stole the golden fleece, and now I'm here.
In the hospital with Jupiter.
Yeah, things happen.
All right. Well, speaking of Jupiter, what's been going on in Jupiter's life recently?
Oh, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, so to speak. Basically, contrary to what Zandig or Uther believes, Jupiter closed out that New Year's party by being the best act of the night, the main event, and everyone, forgot all his nonsense and just like ready to bask in Jupiter's glory, which they all did. It was great. And at the party, they got into a fight, mainly because, he's a pissy mortal and she's not. And in the middle of that, he got eaten, which was hilarious. And then Jupiter went off because she was feeling good about herself and decided to make a deal with Baal, which is basically, I don't think you can do this. When we get to the whole sacrificing, I don't think you have the cojones to do it. So I bet that you won't be able to do it, so I'll just do it for you. I think that was the gist of it. She wasn't thinking very hard when she made that deal.
Your side of it was, you'll be the first one on the altar.
Oh, yeah, yes. And she signed that contract in blood. And then she went off and made fun of Uther some more, because he's now all like, he's a hippopotamus, so to speak. That's a technical term. Because he's now a god, and he has to deal with that bullshit. And then also Jupiter brought her kind of sort of friend, Sally, who's in love with her, something like that. And then they made out, and then it pissed off Anansi for some reason. He started beating the shit out of Sally. Jupiter tried to intervene and killed Anansi. So that happened. And then she took Sally to the hospital. And then Uther showed up with the golden fleece. And that's not even the craziest thing that happened in this party.
Yeah, I'd like to point out that Anansi attacked Sally for making out with the woman she loves. Wait, pronouns. Nope, he was thinking that he was Sally at the time, so yes, that is correct.
Yeah, well, he's dead because I made the mistake of thinking David is a good, nice, cuddly GM.
What gave you that impression?
I have no idea. I don't know why 4 sessions in I thought I'll let the GM decide how much harm this lightning bolt does.
No. So Manabu, what have you been up to?
Well, I definitely did not help start licensing anime with the new god by accident. I totally met with Xander because he seemed like a cool person and there needed to be another perspective. Then he got eaten, and I showed him around after I got vomited on, after Xander got vomited back out, and stuff happened. And I'm not saying that when we went back to the party, things got out of hand with Anansi dying and people running away and me spreading a little fugue state around and maybe promising to Ball that we'd sacrifice Asteria together. But, I totally fought a mecha with a kaiju Shoggoth, which is just the best thing I've done in Monster Hearts for a long time.
If it's not clear, there is another new god on the block who came in before Uther. His name is Hephaestus, and he has a rather large crew of they are absolutely the common riders. 100%. The mecha is made out of smaller bug robots that combine into the giant, big fighting robot. And no one has heard Hephaestus say anything yet, which is also fun. So yeah. That said, Inari, what have you been up to recently?
Oh, well, I think I was probably deep in some kind of very important research while all of this was going on, and maybe my sweet gang of foxes, some of them were there, and I'm probably just now finding out that Anansi is dead, and I'm probably really pissed off about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going because of the cliffhanger we left off on. I don't want to do a time fast forward because, oh my god, hospital scene that's pretty amazing. I will say you did perform on New Year's. What was that performance like?
I think it was definitely like bordering on. It would be like if you got to see a supernatural orchestra perform at Versailles Castle, in its heyday, essentially. Like we had fountains with water, magical flowers blooming, of course the foxes running around playing, getting people involved in the whole event, and then Inari singing this beautiful operatic melodious voice, and then the foxes coming in to dance at the end, this beautiful blossoming dance that pretty much made the sunrise, I think.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, I think so let's start off with you. You're up in your Japanese estate, effectively within the Pantheon. That's the best term I could come up with the description. And you're kind of fucking off on the party, saying, "Hey, I don't need to go to that bullshit." and the ground just starts shaking like a motherfucker.
I think it makes sense for Yukiko to be with me, and I'm imagining this nice like view on the top floor, like at a hotel in Vegas or something. And I think we kind of like hurriedly run up there, look out, standing side by side, trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, there's a big sheet of metal just right in front of the window. And it's like bright red. And oh shit, it moved. Oh god, it's the mecha from the performance.
Oh, not again. Has Inari met Hephaestus at this point, or know where this is coming from?
Yeah, so you would have seen his performance, which was
Gotcha.
basically this Xander guy who Lou was like, oh, this guy's totally awesome. He's going to open for me. He was about to play. Instead, a giant mecha popped up under the ground from behind the stage. And 10 Kamen Riders flipped onto the stage and just kind of posed around to a laser light show with the mecha doing accompanying posing.
And was there a clear ideological message coming from this performance so that Inari could get an idea of what kind of god Hephaestus is?
It absolutely was reminiscent from like your character is actually Japanese, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are super familiar with Kamen Rider and all of that, and you can guess what he's all about.
Got it. So I think she looks over to Yukiko, and says, "Well, I wonder what evil he's off to fight."
So Patrick just brought up something really important. We never actually did his backstory strings.
Mm-hmm.
So are you? But let's finish up this scene and then we'll go and take care of that. So are you going and rushing out? Are you going to check up on somebody?
I think that would probably be a good time. I'm not super interested in like following the Megazord or anything unless it's, doing something terrible. Destroying a bunch of innocent civilians or something like that. If it's just going about its business, then I'm cool with leaving that. And I think that would probably be a good time for Bruce and Sebastian to show back up and me to find out about Anansi or something like that.
Okay. I will say, you do see that the Megazord ripped through the center of the Pantheon. So, and there's been a lot of people in the Pantheon. Whether or not people are hurt from it.
Okay, that might be a little more interesting to Inari than originally thought.
But they come in and they said Anansi's dead. And very quickly they said it happened basically where the Megazord ripped through.
All right, well that solves that. All right, we're going. Get your weapons.
So Xander, we missed doing this in the first session, but
that's cool. With the last session as backstory, I sort of have ideas for them now.
Okay.
My first one, good lord. My first one is, someone is more than they seem. Gain 2 strings on them. And I think that's definitely Jupiter. Like, now that I am a god, my position has totally flipped / always been this way. That it's not that the Pantheon is inherently awful and bad, it's that this Pantheon is bad and these gods are just, like, not even doing their shit half as well as they could. But, with me here to be an example, of how to really engage with the audience in your mythological nature, then I know that underneath all of that uselessness and vapid anger, Vicky probably has some like small kernel of real divine message to get across.
Awesome.
That seems to be the going thing with her. It's like we all know deep down, underneath all those layers of horrible, vapid insipidness, maybe we just reach into that.
Layers of nihilistic parkas. Underneath, there's a heart somewhere.
Actually, I think Sally doesn't. I think she just loves you anyway.
And then my other one is fairly straightforward. You are strange. Either give everyone one string or one person two strings, and I'll give everyone one string on me.
Awesome. Does anyone else have a broad string, a broad backstory thing that would trigger off of Xander joining the game?
The only thing I can think of is that we both Leandro and I attached ourselves to Lucifer, who didn't join, but I'm fine with those not being touched.
If you took a string on Lucifer and you want to reassign it from your backstory, I'm fine with that.
I probably won't work for mine because the one that I attached to Lucifer is you have a best friend or a crush. No, I'm not. I don't have a crush on Xander. No.
Maybe you do. Maybe that's why you're such a
But
bitch.
don't you though? I mean, have you looked at his hair?
Do you want those two strings?
Oh fuck! Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's totally up to you, but yes, I would take those.
Yeah, go on, take them.
Ooh, this is getting saucy. Manabu, did you have it sounded like you had something that you might want to reassign?
I'm going to reassign the backstory of like you were talking to someone's behind the scenes bookies or roadies to Inari.
Okay. Well, let's go with the sexual tension then. Jupiter, you're consoling Sally, and Sally's actually consoling you. And oh fuck, that cute guy from the party just popped out of nowhere.
Oh, fuck off. That's what Jupiter says. She sees Uther showed up with a golden fleece, and I think security guards you mentioned.
There were security guards outside of the outside of the hospital room, which are very quickly coming into the hospital room.
Yeah, I think Uther shows up and is like, "Oh, fuck off! What are you doing here?"
So wow, okay, look, we got a lot of party. There's some party in here. He's pulling out like 2 bottles of cheap whiskey from somewhere inside of his like way too much fur. It's the party with I don't know, that chick in the bed and bitchy Jupiter. Hey cops.
Ah, God. Hold on, my internet's freezing. Okay, yeah. Ah, God. Jupiter's actually rubbing it forward, and she takes one of your bottles and just kind of just stashes it away in her parka. And she's like, "This is no party. You know, you're a new god. I know you want to party, but this is a hospital. You know, people sleeping, trying to calm down. You know, and she's gonna. Don't you? I can't really get. No, I need to get you out of there. How did you even get in?
There is still a terror in reality right above the hospital bed. Oh, by the way, Xander, that girl who talked to you briefly at the party, her face is like all black and blue. And when I say all black and blue, I mean like the whole left half completely. It's fucked up.
Ugh. I'll like gesture at the sort of flapping tear in reality and say it was back with the satyrs. There were satyrs, and they had some like really good shit, man. But then Steve fell into the fire, and we're like, shit, we need to get to a hospital so that Steve won't be on fire anymore. And now we're in a hospital, and here we are, and you're here.
I think about now a spear comes chucking through the portal and like crashes into the like little table of like things that the nurse uses.
Shit, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I take the spear and point it at you. What the fuck are you doing? Just close that thing.
What? I'm not even entirely sure that I opened it.
Well, you're a god now. You better take your leap of faith right now, or you're gonna find out just how godly your intestines are.
I mean, I imagine they look pretty great, but can't you close it? You're going on about how amazing you are all the time.
Hey, I have my purviews. If you've just, I'm the only one who ever does the fucking reading. You know what Jupiter is? God of the skies, not God of the weird Alice in Wonderland bullshit you've got going on in there. That's your thing.
Oh no, it's cool. I'm sorry. There are all these people here and you can't do it. And you're embarrassed to say that in front of them. Oh man, I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's such a shut someone down.
Oh. All right, I'm terrible at cold.
Yeah, so am I, apparently.
Oh, it's a 7 minus 1 is 6. But I have many strings on Vicky, and I'll spend one to make it a 7.
All right, so you get to choose one, and Vicky gets to give you a condition.
So I think I would give you the condition all talk, and I'll go ahead and spend another string along with that to tempt you into proving that you could close this hole.
God. God. All right, I need to give you a condition. Let's see, you're being incredible. Oh, go on.
So I'm going to give you a metagame, some metagame knowledge. You cannot actually close this portal based on the options that were chosen previously. But you can make it appear that the portal's closed by maybe moving it somewhere else. And that would fulfill the string temptation.
Yeah, because the thing is, Jupiter can't do it, but now that this asshole is getting up in her face, she's gonna try. Yeah, so I'll take that XP. Give this a go. Oh, God.
All right.
Do you have a condition to throw back?
I'm not sure because you're kind of being drunk, but also kind of being annoying, also kind of being of a loudmouth, but also kind of being abrasive. Or like I like annoying, but something more stronger than the word annoying.
Pain in the ass. Vexing. That's nice.
Vexing.
I am going to say he is partially the character is partially inspired by Kurt Cobain. So so stupid it's contagious is always on the table. Just saying.
Contagiously stupid. Because Jupiter's about to do a thing that's also kind of stupid.
Look, anytime I can reference actual song lyrics, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, Oasis always claimed they're a reaction to grunge, so this is working out quite well. Okay. All right, I'll take that XP. And Jupiter hears that. It's kind of like, fuck's sake. And she plants the spear in the ground. And it's like, all right, newbie. Let's see how the King of the Gods gets things done. And this is some sort of miracle, isn't it? Moving the portal. All right. Now I have to be more careful now because I no longer trust David in anything ever. Ooh, you attract other gods to the scene, and it takes on a life of its own as consequences for this miracle.
So it doubly has a life of its own.
Well, yeah, I guess it's already out of control as a tear in reality.
Oh no, I could totally make it more out of control.
Actually, yeah. God, I'm bad at picking options. You know, someone sees what you don't want them to. Sally's there. She might as well see all. Well, she already saw enough, I guess. I killed someone in front of her. No, you're fine. Fuck it. Takes on a life of its own.
Takes on a life of its own and attracts other gods.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to cut to Manabu, who just is currently standing on top of a kaiju after Ball fireballed one of the mechas off of the kaiju and off into the distance with the other mechas rushing off to its aid.
I thought she had gone through the kaiju, which was like deflating before.
Oh, yes. Most direct path through the kaiju.
Yeah, so he's kneeling and just in a lot of pain from being bitch smacked by a mech before this fight happened. And I think like just kneeling on the ground, sort of rocking back and forth, is where like Inari finds him. He's outside the center where she was going towards.
Yeah. So Inari, you said that the foxes were grabbing their weapons. What does this look like?
So in my mind, Yukiko has a katana because she has two. Sebastian has like a rapier. And Bruce has like a giant two-handed claymore.
And your sister?
Yeah, she has the.
Oh, she has the katana. So you don't carry a weapon then?
No.
Okay.
I don't need one.
Yeah, so there's a fucked up Manabu on the ground, and it looks like right in the middle of the path of destruction that came from the reception hall. Oh, Cronus's poor house is totally fucked up, by the way.
So Inari sees Manabu and rushes over to him, helps him up. Manabu, what is going on? I stepped away to my room for what, 30 minutes, and you let this happen?
She gained control again. I could not keep her in check. It wasn't all me.
I fully believe that. I fully believe that it wasn't all you. This pantheon is going to shit. But what happened to Anansi? Were you there?
Jupiter killed him. He was attacking her girlfriend.
Jupiter? I didn't think Jupiter could get around to doing anything.
Well, when push comes to shove, it seems that she can have a fire lit under her ass.
Oh my gosh. What is this? What is this thing?
What are you? The mecha?
Yes, this giant mecha that's crushing everything, including our pantheon, our home.
I think the mecha got like dispersed from the shotgun attack.
It was a miracle was used to separate it into the component robots, which fireballed the head one. and is, basically flying across the sky as a fireball. Against, Ball was the fireball.
Gotcha. So Ball and the mecha are hurtling through the sky.
Yeah, you can still see the flame trail.
Gotcha.
I was able to talk Ball into taking on most of this effort, but the new god, he attacked us. He attacked Cronus' place. We can't trust him. You see what he does with hiding behind our culture, like he knows what it is.
How could he? We barely even know. And he comes in here as a new god trying to understand what's going on. Well, he's not going to learn it from Jupiter, that's for sure.
No, and if Ball has her way with him, he might not have time to learn, and
Oh, I would be fine with that. It looks like Ball's a little busy, though.
yes. Could you help us with this? And, should I tempt Inari to get in this combat with us? She has her gang. Oh, you are a goddess of warriors. I think I'm going to tempt you to have to help us restrain Hephaestus, and maybe Ball and I will finally defeat Age with his help.
I'm down. So, is that something you have to spend a string on? Or
Yeah, I spend a string on you, and if you accept, you mark experience.
I will totally accept. So, can you remind me, David, what the threat is still that's left?
Right. So there doesn't look like there's anything active on the ground right here. But you could go chasing after Ball and Hephaestus.
Okay.
Which is pretty much what Manabu is tempting you to do.
So, to be specific, Inari is more of a god of, like, smithing, which is why she doesn't have a weapon, but all of her gang does. So I think she wants to work a miracle and make something for all of us to travel over there with. And I think because of the theme, it has to be like, well, and there's 5 of us now, if we include Manabu. So I think it's only fitting if we make, like, excuse me, a 5-piece like Voltron.
Oh, so you're going to play Hephaestus' own game and make Foxtron, because obviously you're Inari, so it's got to be foxes instead of lions.
Yes, and I'll make one for Manabu since we need 5. It has to be.
Yes. Yeah, totally a miracle. Go ahead and pick your options.
Okay. I think we've got to go with someone you care about gets hurt, because I got a lot of people I care about, and that keeps happening. And someone sees what you don't want them to, or your god's personality takes you for a time. I don't really have any great ways to go with either of those in mind, but I will let you pick someone sees what you don't want them to, I guess. We'll go with that one.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to hold the someone you care about gets hurt and throw that at you later. And the other one is someone see something you don't want them to. Oh, I totally know what this is going to be. So Foxtron, I assume, is coming into being and going off into the sunset to chase after the battle.
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. So back at the hospital, Portal has gone away.
Yeah, and I turn to Uther and say like, well, what do you think?
There she is, the mighty thunder. See, doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it feel good to let it flow through you and do something to help these people or something?
Well, I only had to help them because of your amateur god, whatever the hell you're doing. She's putting out the whiskey she took and she's opening it.
What? Look, if I hadn't been chased by spear-throwing satyrs, this all would have been a fine evening.
Oh yeah, sure. Blame the satyrs. I guess I'm gonna hear that from you a lot in the next year, huh? Satyr this, satyr that. I mean, you're the one who chose to burst into this hospital because you got a friend burnt. What the fuck's up with that?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
he's not doing so good here.
Yeah.
By the way, there are still the cops like shouting, "Nobody move!" and I assume everyone just ignoring them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely talking over them, around them.
Yeah, I'm not even role playing what they're saying because you guys just don't give a fuck.
So I think Uther like turns at that and he sees his bandmate like, oh right, on the floor and covered in burns and moaning or something. And he'll just very drunkenly and sort of like diagonally like snap at him, and it's gonna be fine. We're gonna make him fine. It's fine.
Are you you're miracling your problems away?
Oh yeah, definitely. Delirium. Oh dear.
Another thing the two of us have in common: miracling our problems away.
So yeah, I think let me see. Consequences. That's how we got here. So someone sees what you don't want them to, and why not? It's been going so well. We'll stick with it takes on a life of its own. As like he turns around and snaps, and like, what did I say his name was earlier? Sam, I think. Sam, like, his back arches and he lifts up off the ground a couple of feet as his eyes are glowing and this like light is coming out of his mouth, and he starts babbling, sort of glossolalia, speaking in tongues, and who knows what that'll be going forward. Possibly a prophet, possibly a crazy person, maybe he's got some magic, I don't know. But I am a god of prophecy and delirium, so there you go, Sam.
What the fuck? What is this?
He's fine now.
Yeah, but look at him. Or what does he even say? Oh my! So this is what you do? Or did you even know you can do this? Or did you just snap at him and think it'd make your problems go away?
It seemed the thing that needed to be done at the moment. I am a creature of needs and the moment.
Well, that's the number one becoming a god, Uther. Can't just snap and make things go away. They'll come back to bite you in the ass. Like
just
this.
As you say that, oh hey, right at the hospital window, that's a tremendous view of a shooting star. Why? It looks like it's heading this. Oh yeah, that is crashing right through the window. And there is Asteria. What have you been doing?
I took my... Sally, are we girlfriends?
Not you. You. Well, and you, I think. I don't know.
Hello,
Have you seen the stars? They're fucking terrible.
I'm Othar.
I know.
Nice to meet. Would you like a drink?
Very much. She drinks the whole thing.
Finally, someone who understands how to have a good party for the end of the world.
Oh my god.
Okay, you do
Oh my
not
God.
party at the end of the world, and yes, you might be creating this guy. At least for us. Oh my god. Look,
I don't know.
I knew you were going to be trouble this whole fucking time. But I never imagined you'd be this goddamn stupid. You see it, Ryan? You see it? You see how fucked up that is? Looks completely normal out there.
And I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna like sort of take her, grab her by the shoulders, and look at her, and be like, You're not making sense. You're just babbling, but the words are there. They're inside you." I'm gonna put a hand up, like on her cheek, to hold tight eye contact with her, saying, "Just reach in. You know the words you need to say."
Oh my god.
Are you trying to like turn her on, or are you just like?
I mean, yeah, sort of. Coincidentally, in the midst of everything.
Yeah, two oracle gods, and this is how they this is how they flirt with each other.
Please ignore the cops and the dying people and the
You're the type
Jupiter.
person.
Oh come on!
Yeah.
This pantheon has always ignored the cops.
Oh Lord. That's even with my +2, that is a 6.
Um.
Lies and slander. I'm super hot. The dice are wrong, you guys.
The dice have not been our friends
she-
this entire series.
So you have her hand softly on her cheek. She
Hmm.
grabs you by the hair, pulls your face right into hers. You are going to get us all killed. The shit you just brought here is fucking terrible.
Shit, ow, 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 shit, ow! Yeah, I'm gonna try and like, I
Yeah,
suppose
she lets you
flail
go
her off
after
me.
that.
Okay. What shit? What the fuck are you talking about?
Fucking, you brought things here from another plane of existence. You made a promise to them. They're going to fuck with all of our shit now.
No, I didn't bring anybody. I ran from some weird goaty motherfuckers, but I didn't bring anybody anywhere.
Okay, goaty motherfuckers. Do you know what they are?
Well, they're really shitty hosts. They throw a terrible party.
Jupiter. What the fuck were they?
Satyrs.
And what realm do you think that means you were in?
Greece.
Try again.
I don't know. Tests are boring. Do you have any alcohol?
You
I
were
ran
in
out.
fucking fairy.
Cool. I didn't have any wings.
So what did you do that created a connection between you and fairy that isn't fucking going away?
Look, I just went out into the parking lot, and there were a bunch of trees, and I went into the trees, and then there were some guys around a fire who were drinking, and they said, "Here, drink this." And so, I mean, obviously, I drank it. And then Sam fell into the fire, and then everybody started yelling, and then I ran, and then I was here in the hospital, and then everybody started yelling. And it's just been a lot of that over and over again, and I don't know what the fuck's going on, or what satyrs are, or what they mean, or your stars, or what the fuck.
At this point, can I pick up the golden fleece that's still in the room?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you also brought this with you.
Oh yeah, I found a shiny blanket.
Oh dear lord.
Yeah, this is kind of more than a shiny blanket. Kind of like important historical mythological object of power.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Shiny gold cloaks is your sort of tackiness. Take it.
Yeah, well, there's also the problem of you accepted food and drink from fairies.
I didn't eat anything.
So they only half own you.
Let's see. Or fine. There's nothing. There's probably some loophole or a form I have to fill out. It's fine.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
Saying that, so you guys are chasing the fireball ball that is going across the pond, and by pond I mean the Atlantic Ocean, and landing in the United States, where it's currently daylight because time zones. So yeah, there are 7 bug robots piloted by 10 bug common riders. Ball, who is just a ball of red flames. And you in your Foxtron.
So I think Anari wants to land next to Ball and say, "Hey, need some help?"
Oh, we're gonna fuck this guy up, but leave him alive.
Oh yeah, you have some uses for these kinds of people, don't you?
He hasn't spoken yet, but I'm sure he'll scream just easily enough.
Ball, just remember that conversation we had in your office a couple days ago. Let's do this. So I guess we all just start wailing on these.
I mean, if you're having the bot just try to smash the mechas, it would be a lash out physically.
Would it count as their gang helping her, since we are all in the mecha?
Yes.
Yay!
All right. Well, that's not the greatest roll ever, but is there a link to the Roll20? Yep, found it. Or the roll for your party. Ooh. I think that's a 5.
Oh, excellent. So yeah, you're pretty sure you know which is the head robot because it is completely scorched right now. So you go with your giant flaming fox sword to smash this thing, and the whole mecha instead just sinks into oh, you didn't realize you were in the desert. Oh fuck, this is a sand trap. Oh fuck, why is the sand trap laughing?
Oh, that's not good at all. I guess it's time for some sweet rocket foot boosters. Try to get us out of here, at least temporarily.
Well, since we've been doing a miracle-a-thon so far, and this is the sand, which is just the might as well be the Earth. I'll have Manabu as one of the goat legs or fox legs, strengthen the sand so we don't fall into it. So each knee, sun, chi, snap.
I mean, to not interfere with the move that just happened, like you can stop the progress from being any worse, but you are like the mecha is disruptively sunken into the earth already.
Okay. Could I then use a miracle to get us out of the earth? Or
yeah. What I mean is you could just remove the earth all around here. Nothing wrong will go with that.
oh dear lords, it doesn't sound like anything wrong will happen.
Well,
Let's put one of let's move this. I mean, Jupiter moved something. I can move this Earth.
So what options were you choosing?
Well, we've had a good luck with it takes on a life of its own so far. And maybe I'll attract the right god to this scene.
We're running out of them. Let's see who's not in a scene right now. Okay, there's two. One is a former PC. So yeah, you have the legs of the robot just kick, and just the earth just like becomes almost like a liquid, and it's just a wave that separates away from you. Except you're noticing that wave doesn't stop. Oh, fuck, that's an earthquake.
Well, Earth tsunamis are good for building character.
And you see the bug robots instantly take flight to the... Oh, isn't there a city around that direction? Oh, yeah, they're heading in that direction.
Paul, any time to I'm really happy with what you did originally, but now's the time to get back in the fight.
All right, let's see. Well, what to do? I am in a fox robot, so should I take over? Should I become the head for this next swipe to try and take him down?
I have no problem with that.
Okay, then. I think I will, for
Take
this,
turns.
this moment, I am the head, and I am directing them. I am trying to slam down this scorched pod before it reaches the city.
So Foxtron has switched to goat formation.
So yeah, let me lash out physical. That is a 10.
Okay. So you do a fuck ton of harm, but mechas have a fuck ton of armor. I'm going to say that your mecha is bigger than his mecha, so his mecha is definitely trashed. Yeah, that one's pretty smashed. And instead of going to its rescue, the other robots are going to the city and... Oh, fuck, the shockwave just hit, and they're trying to hold up buildings from falling on people. And I'm going to cut to the hospital.
Which is its own brand of chaos.
You called?
I think at this point I'm kind of getting annoyed. I'm already annoyed at Xander anyway, so I'm just snapping my fingers in his face and kind of like, all right. Yeah, I've been tossing you advice all night long, and you're gonna have to fucking listen, because this bullshit, this fleece, your stupid friend, Look, you're gonna have to accept that this just comes with them being in the orbit of you. This is what it's like to be a god now, Uther. You're gonna every little thing you do is gonna have consequences, gonna reverberate around everyone around you. That includes me, that includes Asteria, that includes your friend Steven, you know.
Shh. Quiet. Shut up. Shut up. What did he just say? There's something that you were talking about Orion, and then he was babbling something. And I think with like semi-prophetic babbling going on in the background and Asteria talking about prophecies and stars, I'd like to do a gaze into the abyss as Other starts, being convinced that he knows what all this means. He's got a prophecy, right? How hard can this be? So let's see. Thing. So we're looking for a roll of dark. Yeah, I'm looking for what Asteria's talking about. Like, she seems really caught up about something she saw and ruin, and it's all horrible. What's that all about? That's my in-depth prophecy question. All right, so 6 plus 1 is 7.
So you see an episode of Law and Order.
It's confusing and alarming.
And you are, and the cops appear to be talking about a case of stolen property, and God, it's just so fucking boring. Even the parts when you're in a suit, God, those are just especially boring. Yeah. And like they keep on questioning you about shit, and the judge seems pretty annoyed with you. And this trial just goes on and on and on, and then 2 years are over.
Well,
fuck, man, that was really weird. I was stuck in some sort of formulaic loop, and I was wearing terrible clothes. There kept being every scene would end with a musical sting.
I don't even know. They carry law and order in this country.
Whatever the fuck it was, I know it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna last even the 2 years, mate. I kind of tossed the golden fleece at him.
Oh, it smells weird.
You know what? This is all. I'll say right now. This is all beyond me, and I know this is not my fault. Unlike you, who's just refusing to accept anything. But you're all kind of in my girlfriend's hospital room. Can you all just fuck off?
Oh, that's right. Come on, Asteria. It's awkward. She beat up her girlfriend and they need to talk about it.
What? No. You were...
God damn. I was there, you fucking idiot. Asteria's literally pulling you by your ear.
Ow!
And Sam's like, it's nice to meet you. And one of his teeth falls out, and he's like, that ain't good.
Sorry about that, dude.
It's fine. You're in a hospital. They'll hospital you.
And I go back to my chair. What's Sally been doing this entire time?
Well, I mean, is she's only half awake because of all the narcotics she's on. Having your face bashed in is, yeah, they give you some pretty good painkillers for that.
I think Jupiter's just kind of like, oh, lucky you didn't get this gig.
And I think I'm gonna like this fine, this is boring anyways. And I'm gonna grab up my like two remaining band members that aren't horribly burned and point at one of the cops who's just there yelling and
Hey.
confused still.
None of them are horribly burned anymore.
Oh, that's right. One of them's just babbling and teeth falling out. Be like, hey, you see that he gets the nurses and stuff, right? Because you're hospital cops, so you took the Hippocratic Oath too, right? Yeah, Asteria, come on, let's go drink and compare prophecies.
Yeah, your friend doesn't look so good. He looks almost purple. He does not look purple.
He looks fine.
He kind of looks. That's well. It kind of looks like he's turned pale, but instead of like white, it's not white.
Look, you probably need. We'll figure. You come with us, doctors. They can't help. You're in magic territory now, buddy. We'll figure this out.
Yeah. So Asteria comes with you, and by comes with you, drags you out of there by your ear.
There better be booze at the end of this.
God, why the... Look, you just... What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, well, let's see. I got pulled off of our preparations for Eurovision to come here and give a scathing concert performance about the whole Pantheon, and then some old dude ate me and threw me up, and now I'm covered in furs, and I keep hearing weird voices in my head all the time. Then there was satyrs or some shit, and Vicky's yelling in a hospital room.
Sorry. It's a lot to take in, I know.
I mean, for fuck's sake, it's been 3 hours.
Just, please, stop with the motherfucking drinking and the motherfucking miracles.
Look, fine. Look, I won't snap at anything as long as you give me some more alcohol. Compromise?
Alcohol has not been your friend tonight.
Okay, then teach me coping mechanisms in the next 30 seconds. How's that?
Okay, here's coping mechanisms for everything for you. Everything's fucked, and then you're going to die. Better just accept that.
It's a lot easier to accept with whiskey.
No, that just makes it feel like it's easier to accept.
Agree to drunkenly disagree.
She pulls up her sleeve, and there's some track marks. My first month.
Look, it's not my fault if you can't handle this shit. You seem really stressed out, and there's a lot going on right now. So if you want to just go take a minute to deal with it, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm just going to get on with my night, all right?
I don't know what to do.
I think the general consensus is party and then die.
I've seen how that ends. It's more miserable somehow. She's crying at this point.
Look, fuck, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know how to help you. I don't know how to help myself with the situation. I'm sorry if I'm not prepared to handle this like a reasonable, rational adult who knows how to deal with strange prophecies and stars and bullshit. But, like, hey, I didn't mean to make you cry. Just, come on.
Fuck, this isn't you. This is everything.
On the plus side, we look amazing.
She laughs at that.
See, look, okay. Go slow with the drinks, all right? You just stay with me. We'll have a little drink. We'll talk a little bit about what's fucked up about the present, what's fucked up about the future. We'll figure this all out. It'll be great.
And we're going to cut the scene there to the robot mecha battle.
So the city is collapsing / trying to not collapse at the moment.
It looks like the robots are like getting in the way of the destruction and trying to minimize it as much as possible. Well, except for the one that you just crushed.
Yeah, and that one is the one we think Hephaestus is in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Manabu, mind if I take over for a second?
Go ahead.
I like this like revolving door of heads. So with the giant mecha hand, I want to like reach down, rip off the head of the other mecha, and pull Hephaestus out of it with the mecha fist. Is what I'm looking to do here.
I'm not going to make that a roll. When you pull out Hephaestus, you're only pulling out half of him.
All right.
No blood, just wires coming out from the torso.
Does he appear conscious?
He's moving.
Ball, what do you want to do with this?
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, but I'm tired of this BS, and we already had this conversation. What do you want to do with him?
I think at this point, out of the eyes projects the scene from the last session of Manabu, of what looks like Manabu and Ball talking, and Manabu promising, saying that they should sacrifice Asteria.
I, as a player, am trying to remember what Inari knows about Asteria and whether she would have a problem with that or not.
Asteria is the quiet one who apparently sees everyone's doom.
Oh. So Inari's taken back by this a little bit. She turns and looks at Ball, and then over the intercom, I think we need to talk about Asteria. There are more important people to sacrifice.
Oh my god. You are all the worst.
I know. I was taken over at the point. I think my goddess likes the innocence aspect of her.
Look, I'm all for the peaceful. I'm all for bringing people over to our ideology because I believe that's what's going to get us as far along this track of bringing an actual good change to the world before we burn out and die. So maybe we should at least talk to Asteria before we commit to anything so drastic.
Great. So Daria gets a chance to say something about her case. Wonderful. She's always such a pessimist.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying, I don't know. At least give us a chance.
Yes, well, it seems we don't have anything to work with right now. Do we, Ball?
Well, I mean, is Jupiter has already agreed to it. Agreed to be the first.
Interesting, but I meant with
this is not making Hephaestus any happier.
But no, with Hephaestus, he's a robot, from what I can see. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I don't think sacrificing Chuck E. Cheese will get rid of AIDS.
Paul, is there anything to work with here, or should we move on?
I don't even know what that is.
Hephaestus, do you have any defense for yourself? Going around stomping on things with no purpose that I can tell? Can Hephaestus even speak back to me at this point?
It was pretty dubious if he had any ability to speak at all. He basically plays a scene of Rita Repulsa. You think that he's calling you the villain.
All right, we're getting nowhere with him. I don't think it makes any sense to leave him to his devices. He's just gonna stomp more cities. Am I wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong, but
I think you have a great take on this. I don't think we need him. Besides, he overshadowed some people that were more important at the New Year's play.
My God, you're blaming the destruction of the cities on the guy who was trying to stop you from destroying the city.
and now he doesn't know any better. So,
oh, you really are the worst. All of you, everyone is the worst.
So I am going to move to, with Manabu and Ball's help, kill Hephaestus, I guess.
Yeah, you can just kill Hephaestus.
All right. So we'll do the super sweet 2 mecha hands crushing into fine dust.
I think as the dust settles on the scrap that just fell there, there's Coyote and Cronus. And Cronus goes up to the ball of twisted metal that was Hephaestus. He just looks so disappointed at you. And he reaches down with one hand and picks up the ball, and his mouth just unhinges as he shoves it down his throat.
That will never stop being disturbing.
Last time you did that, we got another stupid god that doesn't do anything useful.
Well, we all come from there. I assume we're going to return one way or another.
Oh. Well, as long as nothing comes back out this time, I guess it's okay.
Well, shall we see why Cronus gave life to an animatronic?
I'm certainly interested, and Coyote's not on my good list.
Well, he hasn't wronged me recently, so please restrain yourself right now. He's a bit of a looker.
You do realize that Anansi would not be dead right now if it wasn't for Coyote, right?
Do you realize Jupiter's to blame for that? We already have a contract out on her.
Jupiter wouldn't have killed Anansi if Coyote hadn't driven him crazy.
Well, you don't blame me for that, do you?
I'm going to cut the scene right there. So, Jupiter.
Yeah, I think I think the hospital at some point will probably have to kick me out because
Yeah, they're kind of tired of this shit. They're moving Sally to a new room and say, visiting hours are over. It was never visiting hours. They're just tired of your shit.
yeah, no, I'll accept that. I mean, I could do something, but there's no smart ass to goad me into anything, so I'm just gonna. I think everyone else is scattered around. Jesus, where is everyone?
I'm gonna say that that you get like as you're going through the lobby of the hospital, you catch on the TV breaking news: mecha fight in Texas.
Oh my god, I don't want to get involved in that bullshit. I think I remember I still have the whiskey that I took from Uther, and yeah, I'm gonna try and find them. Just gonna try to catch up. Because I wasn't in the best mood. They crashed into my kind of girlfriend's hospital room.
You're going to go to the where the fight was?
No, I'm gonna try and find Asteria and Uther again. I'm not getting involved in this fight.
Okay. So let's do the Uther Asteria scene a little bit then, and then
Okay.
when you feel ready, come crashing in.
Okay.
Look, all I'm saying is last week my biggest concern was figuring out like which songs we were gonna play. And now there's like shit with stars and people crashing through walls and satyrs or some shit.
Ugh. Tell me about it. I mean, fuck. I only sang as like kind of a lark, you know. I was studying to be a fucking aerospace engineer. And let me tell you, prophecies are bullshit.
Look, I've only had like one or two, but mostly they seem like migraines.
I would love if that's how it worked for me. So, okay, you ever watch your favorite movie and just fast forward through fast forward to all of your favorite parts?
Oh yeah, I mean like sometimes.
Yeah. Well, the way my head's worked since this all went down is it's fast forwarding to all the really, really shitty parts where horrible things happen. Except instead, my favorite movie, it's my life and everyone I care about lives.
Like this.
Wait. Yeah, so that was Inari getting tortured. Wait. That was someone scooping out Jupiter's eyes out.
Yeah. See, this is definitely why you need more to drink.
You know the sick thing? Booze makes it happen more frequently.
Oh, that's upsetting.
Yeah.
Look, this whole Pantheon bullshit, it's obviously bullshit, right? Like, it's been, what, 80, 90, some god-awful amount of time since there were any gods wandering around, and what has Cronus done in the in-between time? Like, build a tackier house? Promote some kids to yell at each other in front of the news cameras? Like, there's got to be something else going on, right? There's got to be some other way to do this.
Oh, fuck. You haven't figured it out yet. Kronos isn't the mentor. He's the warden. He's the fucking jail. And we're the fucking escapees.
Can I just ask, where is this conversation happening?
I think
Rando bar right down the street.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Because, I mentioned this in the very first session. The way Jupiter gets around is kind of like the heavens crackle, and it is one big lightning bolt. That's where she teleports. It's one big loud smash, and everyone in Liverpool hears it.
In the comics, it's the ball approach.
Yeah,
not
pretty
our
much.
Ball, Gillian's ball.
Yeah, Gillen's ball. So this one is like bright and yellow, sort of like purple, and so that kind of smashes outside while you're having this conversation. And Jupiter blunders in, and she's waving the whiskey bottle. It's half drunk. And she's like, your fucking satyrs have some earthy booze.
Well, that's mostly Kentuckians, I think. But yeah, they did.
Yeah, well. So, what are my two favorite professors prophesizing? What's the bad news for the Pantheon? Oh, did any of you figure out that half our lot are over in America having like mech fights and putting citizens in danger? That's happening. So,
Oh crap, we're in that one. Oh,
Oh, we hadn't gotten there. But you're just in time. We're almost to the point where we're starting to plan how to go back inside Cronus and break all the gods out.
what?
mm.
No, 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 no.
Yes, because the solution to all this is more gods. That's what we want. You know, we want all
the
that.
solution to all this is freedom. Solution to all this is the natural way of things, not some drunk vaudevillian who thinks he knows better than gods.
You thought gods were bullshit a minute ago.
No. I thought the way y'all were doing gods was bullshit. And it's because Kronos is bullshit. This whole way is bullshit. Look, all we gotta do is sneak back into Kronos' place, dive down his mouth, like kill him or something, and then rip all the gods out from inside of him, and then people will be free
God.
and religion will be free, and the world can get back on the path it was fucking meant to.
No, not that future. Anything but that future.
Yeah, I don't know if crawling back into the proverbial womb is gonna solve anything. Look, there's no rolling it back here, Uther. We're here now. Then the world has to deal with it. There's no natural way the world works, but this is the natural way the world works.
No, this is a way that some manipulative old man works. The way that the natural world works is that people believe in things and they're real or they're not, and they flow through them, and there's religion and there's experiences, and there's like enlightenment and shit, and it's everywhere, not just from some middle-aged white guy.
Well, first off, you know that Cronus is not white, he's Egyptian.
Some middle-aged Egyptian guy.
Saying off, he's way older than middle age. Or, in theory, since he hasn't aged at all in quite a while, he might not even be at the middle-aged point.
Look, I'm like 17. Everything
Yeah.
from 40 to 90 is the same age.
Are you even legally should be at this bar?
No. But it's Britain. They're
You're
lax
still a year off.
about underage people who could blow up their heads drinking.
Fair enough. I think either this bar is empty or everyone's giving us a wide berth. I think Jupiter laughs at that, and it's just like, haven't you paid attention to history?
No.
Come on. No. Well, there you go. History is a lot of like middle-aged dudes dictating what's happening, and we're just here along for the ride, my friend.
Yeah,
you just
exactly. History is nothing. It's crap. We're here about prophecies in the future.
Well, then go on. All right. And all right, I'm just gonna ask then. Instead of like looking and see what the future is, come on, what do you want the future to be? And don't say crawling back into his mouth, because that's gross. That's really gross.
That's not the future. That's just a step. That's like freeing humanity from this yoke that he's put on it. This like unnatural restriction on belief and religion and magic.
You ask his opinion about it? Maybe he doesn't want to do this.
Well, no, of course he wants to do this. This is all his show. Like, who do you think's profiting off of all this shit?
Call this profit? How is having to control a bunch of temperamental teenagers with, phenomenal cosmic powers, how is that profitable?
Have you checked the Billboard charts recently?
Cocaine and Blow is the #1 selling album right now. I'm sorry, not Cocaine and Blow, Doritos and Blow.
Doritos and Blow. Jesus Christ. Uther, I know you want everything to be like a big deal, but the more you think about it, the more you're just going to be angry and frustrated. Why do you think, the easiest way is to just ride it out? Enjoy yourself. You got a fleece of gold. Like, you turn your bandmate into a babbling font of prophecy. You've got things that people would kill for. Like, actually kill for. And you only have just enough time to enjoy it. I mean, I'd say should just enjoy it instead of, what everyone else is doing, making their big plans to change the world, thinking they can force it down their way. Me, I'm just here, have fun. Path of least resistance, really.
So you're just here to, not do anything? Just, like, burn out and then die and then everybody forgets about you?
I don't know. There's probably a few people who have, like, a few fond memories.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You'll be like a newspaper article on someone's wall or something. For a while.
Won't matter to me. I'll be dead by then. What does that matter to me?
And the world won't be any different for your passing. Look, we could fucking change things.
I've thought of that, King of the Gods, all that.
Yeah, but you're
would be
too afraid to do anything about it.
No, because it would be too easy. It's a lot to put on just the 12 of us. Or is it what? 11? Maybe even 10. Who knows? We're at that stage where we're all at each other's throats. We could just do it.
That's my point. We need help. We need other people. Like, this isn't something that just 11 of us can handle. There needs to be more magic in the world for this to change anything, or else it's just going to be the same shit for the next 90 years.
I mean, I'd agree with you more than the rest of them. Have you listened to Paul? And them folks, they think they can just change it by themselves. I didn't think you'd be the type to just, let this all go. Then again, you've only been a god for like 3 hours.
Look, it's been like 4 now.
4 now. I mean, you got a point. We got lucky. Millions of people didn't. What makes us better than everyone else? I don't know. I mean, all I know is I wanted this. This whole thing. Looked for it my entire life. So as long as I have it, never had reasons to question it, really. And I was satisfied with that. I'm guessing you're not.
He pushes a fresh glass across the table to you. I'm not satisfied with anything. I want all of it. I want everything. I'd like to spin this drink to tempt you to at least go along with this idea for now.
Oh.
Like, get on board with the plan, even if you bail later.
We'll take the glass, and I'll knock it down.
When you look over, Asteria's passed out, and there's 6 or 7 more shots than you remember her ordering out in front of her.
I laughed at Bal because she thinks she can cure AIDS with just the 12 of us. Give or take a few sacrifices. But you're actually a decent bloke, aren't you? At least you like to think you are.
me
No.
now. I'm just some guy.
Oh, I think
Message,
you're.
man. The message is what it's about.
God. I was about to say, I think you're the same as me, but because I'm just a girl. I'm just here to have fun. I made some rash decisions. You know what? Fuck it. Why not keep making more? That's all I do anyway. Just bounce in and out. That's who I am to all of you, aren't I? Just stupid, silly Jupiter. That give her any string and she'll just chase after it. Isn't that right?
That's how the Dragon Playbook works.
I think you've just been waiting for the right spark.
I'll take that.
And I think now is a good time to take our bio break.
Yeah. I will say I will take that string.
Lovely.
Yeah. Hey, David.
Hey,
That previous scene, would that clear any of my conditions?
ooh, that's a good point.
I guess I'll ask Patrick.
I think hopeless. I mean, you're still a douche, which I think does continue to trigger the negative of draconic splendor.
I'm just making sure, just so like Uther gets experience.
Oh, does he have the thing where?
Yeah, I've got the thing where the main character helps to rid me of a
Oh.
condition. They mark experience, and I gain a string on them.
Yeah, no, that I totally
You do
think
it.
that he convinced you to have hope in something happening that's better. So
Yeah, no, I think his idea of giving magic to everyone is more palatable than let's cure AIDS by killing people.
I mean, you know it's a terrible idea.
Yeah, but for someone who's always said, just do what you want, why are you all plotting, doing all this stupid bullshit? The idea of giving that power to everyone is just a bit more interesting.
I mean, I'm not saying that Jupiter definitely thinks it's a bad idea. I'm making sure you realize it's a terrible idea.
Oh yeah, no, it's ridiculous. It'll never work. But
Or if it does work, that's even worse. I'm pretty sure we encountered that's even worse in one of Patrick's game.
oh, what happened there?
Oh God, what didn't happen?
Okay, all right. I'm still at like half of Kingsport to get through, but after that, I have to check out whatever the hell is happening in your game.
So much ridiculous pantheon bullshit. So many pantheons. Self-made gods, cannibalistic gods. It was crazy.
Jesus Christ. I was actually going to ask if David, if you're going to run more 90s set Monster Hearts as well.
It wasn't planned. The two things that I am looking to run in the future, and it's a matter of figuring out when it works with my schedule and I'm going to have the mental energy because, oh my God, I have been so drained recently and haven't been working on all the shit that I want to be working on but I need to do season 3 of Night Witches because I do want to finish go through all 6 seasons of that. I also want to do more playtesting of my family game called You, Me, and the Zombie, where it's family. It's a family drama where everyone loves each other and you're trying to maintain a healthy relationships with each other and be a family. Through all of life's normal stuff, such as one of your members being undead and wanting to eat people. I'm sorry, not wanting to eat people, needing to eat people.
That all sounds really cool.
Part of the thing that's making it a little bit more challenging is I finally got into a long-standing role-playing group where we're doing mostly weekly games of Scup, but that's taking up my Sunday nights. So I'm trying to be like, well, I shouldn't be canceling this game for Gauntlet game, bowing out of sessions of that game for Gauntlet sessions. And I'm not sure how long that's going to go. In that game, everyone's trying to become gods. It's great and terrible. My character's currently distilling pure pain in order to do so. Because she's really the worst. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think the first time I played Scup, I gave birth to a god, so that was fun.
I am playing the Black Cloak.
Ooh, the assassin one, or Black Hood.
Yeah, Black Hood. And basically very publicly just kill people. Like, I assassinate people and then very publicly put the bodies on display. So I have a huge reputation, and my character literally like their faction is a society of sociopaths.
Jesus Christ.
In any case, those are not this game. This is this game. What I'd like to do is wrap up this scene in the desert and then time skip like a couple of days. So, you wanted to talk to Coyote and Kronos?
Well, I'm curious as to why Cronus would invest portions of a god into a robot, so might as well see why. Is there an elevator in this thing, Inari?
Of course.
Well, so we elevator down. I assume it looks really cool, and there's enough fog that the backlighting is really pretty. We come out, and Manabu will look at Cronus. Did Cronus get all the shards? Is Cronus having to get more shards off the ground to finish eating, or?
No, he just ate the one chunk. Okay. Apparently, that was enough.
And Manabu looks around, looks at Coyote, looks at Kronos. Do you have any information on this new god? Oh, what was the new god, Kronos?
Such a waste.
What was he to begin with?
Something that wanted better. That wanted to stand for something. Something good. And you killed him for... I don't even know why. Why would you do this to your own brother?
Well, when I came to you for wisdom, it was lacking. I guess I have an equal answer for you this time.
And who are you to question anyone, Kronos? You bring people into this world as gods and spend no time responsibly training them how to use their powers or even considering what they're going to do with them. This is what happens when you let someone run rampant. We're trying to do something good with the gift you've given us.
It is not my place to decide how you spend your time. And no, that is the conclusion I came to. That since you were chosen for this fate, that I would not try to restrain your freedom. Perhaps I was wrong in believing so. If you felt fit to slay your brother on the night that you met him.
Aren't you partially responsible for that? You let Anansi die. You gave birth to these people that would murder him. All of this flows from you, Kronos. If you're not going to take responsibility, it's the same as taking responsibility. You do nothing. Your inaction is just as bad as if you had tried to do something useful.
You wish this was something that I struggled with for many decades. But I cannot take responsibility for something I cannot control.
And that's, I think, why we're taking control. Because we cannot allow some of these brothers and sisters of ours to ruin our legacy and to leave the world a worse place than you brought us into it. Speaking of which, what are you doing here, Coyote?
Well, didn't seem like a very fair fight, 3 against 1.
When have you ever cared for fairness, Coyote?
That's an excellent point. However, I wasn't the one who decided to fuck over an entire city in the process.
It happened. It wasn't planned.
It happened. It happened. My fucking wife lives there.
Oh, where's the ring?
Shut him down.
That's a 10. With ice cold, I get 2 options.
God damn it.
I'm going to give him the condition forlorn. Well, not forlorn. Mourning. And I will take +1 forward on my next roll.
Yeah, Inari, you see the hurt in Coyote's face. And the fact that Manabu was the one who put not just his wife, but a lot of people in jeopardy. And he's going to pull his string on you to basically dig into Manabu for going too far there.
I'm totally cool with that. I was already thinking about yelling at Manabu. Coyote, I feel your loss. If you look at me in the eye and tell me that you feel sorry that Anansi is dead, partially because of your actions, I can understand where you're coming from.
Fuck. You know what? I'm kind of glad that he's dead. Because what was going on with him before that was fucking worse. Yeah, I didn't like the guy, but shit. I didn't want to see that happen to him. That was fucked.
On that we can agree. Manabu, you have no control over this god that lives within you. And that is a huge problem. The whole thing that Ball and I are working towards is to bring about a better future. But if you can't even restrain yourself, how can we build a better future?
You think I do not restrain myself. You think she does not want to run rampant as we speak. All I do is control myself. And it is growing ever so tiring the more I adventure with you all. Coyote, I asked you that question because, as far as I can recall, you never brought up having a wife.
Yeah, well, it's none of your goddamn business. Not until you fucking... I can't even.
I caused a mistake. You caused me to kidnap a woman. We've caused many mistakes. Things happen. I apologize. I hope she's not dead.
Real fucking sincere. Jesus Christ. You know what? Fine. Go ahead and be an evil fuck. I will clap the day that she rips your black heart out of your chest. And he's pointing at Ball.
Well, I was sincere. My wife is dead. My wife was dead before I could even do anything about it. You have a goddamn chance to go and see this woman that you apparently care so much about and maybe bring about some kind of closure by checking out how good she's doing right now. Instead, you're bickering with us.
St. Mary's Hospital, minor concussion.
And you're still not with her. Are we really that much more important?
Absolutely not. It's not the reason I'm not with her.
I see. And I'll look at Ball. So, what say you? You've been quiet long enough.
Two years is too damn long. And with that, she just turns and walks away.
And I'll look at Inari, look at the place that almost burned down. Can Yukiko and I go for drinks? I feel like talking to someone who can make it easy to have an intelligent conversation.
You mind if I come along?
Of course I don't. It would be a pleasure.
I think that's where we cut, and let's flash forward about a week. So in that week, Xander, your friend Sam, all of his teeth have fallen out. His lips have disappeared, and now he has little pointy teeth. His skin is an ashen bluish gray. His ears are pointy. All color is gone from his hair. His hands have gotten, or his fingers have gotten long, and his nails have gotten really sharp.
So what you're saying is he doesn't need the creepy bird skull mask anymore when we're performing because he looks on point.
Oh, the Colfars definitely do not need bird masks. It means dark elf.
Seems nice. I mean, look, it's really hard to find a good drummer on short notice.
One of your band members have quit, like saying, I'm out of here before that shit happens to me.
Yeah, that seems fair. Luckily, we can put any idiot behind the crow mask, and bassists are a dime a dozen.
The other guy's like, fuck, when do I get it? So where have you made your residence? Have you claimed a space in the Pantheon?
And remind me, what is the Pantheon building again?
The Pantheon building is really fucked up. It is a combination of like old and ancient architecture with new and modern architecture, kind of in this weird mishmash of like, this wall is all modern, this wall is all like stones. Oh, hey, there's some ramparts. Oh, hey, there's a patio overhang with a jacuzzi in there. It's basically you took a castle and Trump Tower and put it in a blender, and this is what you get.
Cool. I think Other is like going full mythological, and there's like crypts and tunnels underneath. And so he's got some weird like Viking skull throne room somewhere down in the catacombs underneath the neoclassical techno castle.
Okay, well, at some point there is a knock on your hall's door.
Yeah. Sorry,
Hey.
you can come in. It's a long way across these catacombs to the door.
Yeah, the door opens and you hear like the sound of heels clicking on the stone.
Sorry, hold on. Torch lamps are harder to light than you. Here, hold on. Just no, I don't do anything with fire. Okay, hold on. I have a Zippo.
Oh, I can get it. You hear a snap and all the torches light up.
Oh. All right. See? Atmospheric.
You think you recognize the voice as that girl who got her face smashed in at the party?
Oh, the one in the hospital?
Yeah. Hey, Xander, Uther, do you have a preference?
Either one. It's. I think it's actually Other, but it sounds a little bit different. Just go with Xander. Xander's good.
Okay, she's wearing like very crisp, nice suit. And she hands you a manila envelope. Well, you have been served on behalf of my client, Mr. Thomas. He is suing for his property rights. I would recommend getting a good lawyer. I am a fantastic lawyer.
I'm sorry. Have you been eaten recently?
Sally Oberon Esquire reaches out a hand.
Okay. Hi. Other god of madness and prophecy?
Oh, I'm quite aware.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just having a lot of trouble with who's suing, and weren't you in a hospital and there's torches?
Well, yes.
Okay, let's start with the envelope.
Yes. Mr. Thomas wants his property back.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, I suppose you didn't have you didn't have a full introduction. He was the nice satyr gentleman that you absconded with his property.
Oh, is he here to pay Sam's hospital bills and transmogrification bills? It's all very complicated. We're still working out the ramifications.
Oh, Sam will be quite taken care of once he's brought back to Mr. Thomas's care, along with yourself and your other bandmates.
No. I have a lot of other things to be doing. We have plans, and then we've got to give some performances and win Eurovision.
Yes, well, unfortunately, that is no longer an option since you have signed a fairy contract giving up your rights of person.
Nope. I've very specifically not signed any contracts since I came here.
A fairy contract. They work differently. You accepted the drink of a host, correct?
I don't know if you'd call it hosting. It was mostly outsourced. It was sort of like a picnic where they torture your friends. Is that hosting?
And you also you did not bring a gift to the host, correct?
Well, I mean, technically there was that friend that they tried to eat.
So in that case, according to fairy law, he gets to choose his gift, in which he chose all of you.
No. Mm-mm.
In which case, you, when he decided to, well, do what was legally within his right, to eat his property, you absconded not only with all of his newly acquired property, but one very important fleece.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jupiter's made you crazy in the brain meats.
Oh, not at all. All of the details are there for our hearing in court to see if we can get you extricated back to Fairy.
Yeah, well, I'll just look over this nice paperwork that the goat man sent you with, and I'll get right back to you, okay?
Yes, and the date of your court appearance is listed there. I would not break that date.
I'm sure there are a lot of things you wouldn't do. You seem like a boring person. Are you done now?
Very much so. See you in court.
Good luck with that. I think I'm gonna toss the entire file, like, unseen at one of the torches.
That's always the smart thing to do with court documents.
Yep. Xander, I'm good at decisions.
So Inari, you have all of these options of who to sacrifice, and honestly, everyone's pretty terrible these days. Where's your head at right now?
Honestly, my first thought is, how does Yukiko feel about me murdering a god in front of her? I mean, she kind of helped, I guess.
Yeah. Fine. Whatever.
Cool.
Oh, she's
She does her
totally
thing.
being completely passive aggressive right now.
Okay, I like it. I think I need to go have a conversation with Jupiter.
Okay.
I don't think Jupiter and Inari have had like a single scene together this entire time.
No, they were technically in the dining room in the very first session, but that ended poorly for Jupiter. So,
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that was probably one of the least destructive scenes we've had.
yeah, only a beer bottle got broken into her face.
At least destructive scenes with multiple PC gods in them.
I think to start out, I'm gonna send Sebastian to fetch Jupiter and see if that works.
It's one of those
Jupiter to my place.
It's one of those Foxy Boy toys is coming to fetch you.
I think I see this boy toy and I'm like, does she really think I'm that shallow? No. You tell her to come here.
And Nari kind of figured that would be the case. So she and all three of her gang will go over to Jupiter's place.
I don't think you were there when I described it, right? No. Were you there, Josh? It was the one when Anansi went. That's when Anansi. I took him back there.
I'll
just describe it again.
Go ahead.
Yeah, big kind of boxy rectangular room, lots of pillars, weird orange hazy filth all over the place. There's like and lots of piles of clothes and bullshit around the pillars. It's really messy, and the back wall is just like this. A lot of like newspaper articles and writing stuck up to it, and for some reason, just in the middle of the wall, just 7 feet up in the air, stuck to it, is like a throne, and that's kind of where Jupiter's she's sitting with she no she's not she's lying down with like her legs over the the armchair the armrest when you come in.
All right. So, Jupiter, long time no see.
If you could have any superpower, Inari, what would you do with it?
I'd probably have Kronos' power because I could do it better.
Oh, that's interesting. It just kind of sits up. Well, where do you think Kronos has gone wrong?
Well, I think he has quite a bit of misused potential in all of us. Don't you?
So you're saying he picked the wrong people?
No, I think he did a bad job of any kind of introduction or training or guidelines. Um, you know, even just a few pointers would have been nice.
Is I detect some bitterness here, Inari. Is that your experience?
Well, two of us are dead. One of them I cared about.
Expect me to apologize for that. Well, I'm not.
Look, I didn't see it happen. I wasn't there. I just want to hear you say why you did it.
Would you believe it was because I got soft? I was trying to protect someone.
That would be hard to believe coming from you, given your reputation.
Oh, ye of little faith. And I jumped down from the throne. And I'm kind of like, yeah, just stand up. Kind of woozy-ish. Can't believe the old me can just change, no?
Well, when you act the same way for so long, it's hard to believe there's another option. But I'd like to have faith. We'll put it that way.
It's funny. That's what I think everyone feels about me. It's so weird. I don't know why people think I'm salvageable. Even a new boy, Uther, thinks I've got more in me than I think myself.
I think the real question is, do you want to be salvageable?
Day one, I just wanted to be me. But I forgot we're all fucking idiots who don't know who we are, just grasping along. Look at you trying to control everything. Of course the superpower you'd want is to be in charge. What makes you think you can do better?
I guess that's just who I am. I'm not ready to give up, and I don't have any particular desire to just be me. I don't particularly like me. I'd like to be better.
Ooh. Who's the me that you want to be? What's so wrong about you now that you're not satisfied?
Well, don't you think there's always a next step? Something to look forward to? Goals? Like when you started out in this whole showbiz thing, didn't you want to be more popular, better looking, cooler, have more fans? That's a goal. I just have different goals.
Even if those goals involve maybe stepping on others who don't have as lofty goals as you are.
I don't think you're the one to talk to me about stepping on people.
Well, see, I just don't pretend to be better. I just am. Let me see. I might have had goals, but this is it. This was my goal, and I got it, and I'm happy. And
You're
it's just, yeah,
you're happy?
yeah, perfectly happy. Oh, sure.
And where's
And
Sally
see,
in all this?
well, Sally. I thought I got scared, and I thought that she would be unhappy to be left behind. But turns out I was second guessing myself. That's not gonna happen again.
So you're just gonna go it alone and be happy, like you call it, for the next 2 years or until something worse happens?
Oh yeah. I think I think the problem with the rest of you is that you all aren't happy. And you can't stand to see me happy. So you want to drag me down to your level. And I'll play along. I mean, I'm curious enough to see if any of you can actually do it. Now, Baal's tried, Manabu's tried, even Uther's tried. What have you got for me?
Well, I'll tell you, to be honest, I'm not interested in being as cool as you. I'm not interested in controlling you unless you start going down the path of Hephaestus and Coyote and these others who try to destroy instead of create. You go off the rails, and then we have a problem.
When you say go off the rails, you mean your rails.
Yes, exactly. I'm the only one with any sense around here. Well, not the only one.
All right. All right. You've got your plans, and I shan't step on them. Is that it? Is this you and your gang? Is that all this is show for? Because otherwise, I don't know. It feels just like a warning. That's it. Come on. Come on. I thought you can do better.
Do you want it to be more?
I just think, I don't know. I built you up in my head because as this master manipulator, Inari of the Foxes, you're always just lurking about, never getting their hands dirty. I didn't think you'd be the type to just saunter over to where I am and just tell me off and tell me, "Ooh, you get in my way, you're gonna get squashed." Oh no. Yeah, I'm scared. Sure, why not? Is that good enough?
I feel like he's putting me down. Or shutting me
I
down.
keep,
Go
I
ahead and
keep,
roll it.
I keep doing that. I don't know why. my my status go. Oh, it's a 9 anyway. So okay, it's a 9. So let's see. Do you have any strings on me? You must have. Oh no.
No, I don't think so.
Huh. It's interesting. Well, let me check that move again.
You have a string on me.
Yeah. Well, I'll take. You know what? Well, I'm gonna get a condition from you anyway. 'Cause it's a 9. I think I'll gain a string on you. Sure. Yeah, and you're gonna give me a condition.
I think the most interesting thing I want you to feel is maybe like some sort of guilt.
Ooh, guilt over just maybe guilt from actually killing an just like because this is all just a lot of bravado, being like, I killed a Nazi. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Oh, that's a song that's about a couple decades ahead.
But I like that. Yeah, I think that makes sense for this interaction.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
you killed a guy.
Yeah, what does Inari say to like bring that back?
Yeah, Jupiter. Sometimes I am a lot of talk because that's what gets things done. But you know what gets things done even more is when you kill someone. That makes a point. And now we both know how that feels.
I think let's cut the scene. So Manabu, your forest isn't doing so great right now. And when I say not doing so great, I mean a lot of trees are disappearing.
Oh. Well, that is strange.
It's as if they just got up and walked away.
Huh. Well, I could look into that and be a responsible, good adult type person. Or I could lean into feeling irresponsible and out of control and see where my life goes. So, I think it's time for... I think to find out where my trees are going, I need some prophecy.
All right.
You know, Asteria's nice and all, but she's not as good looking as Uther is, so... So I think, he doesn't know how long it's been since Uther got served, but it's like, again, that knock, 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 knock.
I think as you're walking down the halls to get to Uther's place, you see Sally in a very sharp suit and heels, and she gives you like a bright smile as she walks past.
And I think Manabu's walking past like, you're looking great today. Got a spring in your step. Whatever's going on, keep it up.
Oh, I'll definitely be doing that.
And I think he's like thinking, wow, whatever Jupiter's been doing has been like really rubbing off. I gotta say, did not expect that at all. Just completely thinking that.
Well, you can't really be a power couple if without having some tricks of your own.
Wait, did she read my mind? Did she say that out loud, or did she?
Yes.
Oh, and he'll look at her and like, wait.
She's just walking past.
Wait, no. Were you recently digested?
She gives no comment to that.
I'll take that as a yes. I'll find out through prophecy. Don't have time for this nonsense. So yeah, knocking on Uther's door.
What? What the fuck do you want now?
Is this a bad time?
Oh, shit. Sorry. No, she was just, no, it's fine. Come in. It's, it turns counterclockwise. Actually, it just, lean on it some. Okay.
Yeah, I think like surprisingly strong. He just like does it in one go. Comes in, looks like, wow, these torches really set the atmosphere.
Thank you. That's what I was saying.
And this crypt is so... And like, Manabu's like wearing like a lot what he has in the picture, sort of like a leather belt kilt, gender fuck like blouse with band pins on it made of plaid, just all sorts of gender fuck punk. And it's like, this is really my aesthetic. I would not expect this of you.
Oh,
I think from the
thanks.
kitchen right about now you hear, "Fuck! Who forgot to do a beer run?" Oh, what the hell is that comes out from the kitchen? It's got like blue skin and white hair and like no lips and fangs.
And I think like having Shubs inside him, like the monstrous child thing that comes out, because he's smaller than he was, right?
No,
Oh, just it's just coming. I think it's like that's new, but it goes with the blue of the crypt. The skin, amazing.
oh shit. Sorry, boss. Didn't want to like interrupt your shit, but
No, it's fine. Sam, Manabu, Sam.
yeah, it's just if you get a chance, what I mean is I can't really do it myself anymore.
Yeah, no, I understand. It's the whole light of the noonday sun and all that. No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've been distracted by torches.
I
I'll
have
get
some sake on me.
See? Who doesn't love a man who comes prepared?
And he looks at Others like, I'd come as an offering for prophecy, but I mean, if you want to share, I'm down.
No shit. You guys go have fun. Keep it down. Whatever. I'll go do my own goddamn thing.
Yeah, sure thing, creepy sewer dad.
And I think Manabu gets closer to Xander, pulls out this like really outlandish bottle because like has like the ties on it, like the gold streamer. It's like very celebrated, and like this stuff doesn't taste like paint thinner, so it's good.
And you say like offerings for prophecy. Should I be in the throne? I have a throne. I mean, it's sort of a chair, but it's sort of a throne. I've been thinking about getting wolves.
I don't know about wolves. I mean, you're already a pretty good symbol of masculinity. I mean, you don't need to overdo it.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's.
I think I'm trying to, and I think I want to try to turn him on. So, I mean, I do have a +1 forward. Got to use it.
Lovely.
That would be a 6. Oh, I will spin my string on Other. That is a 7.
Because I am weird. So, I think I'll promise something I think you want. In that, like, he'll give like sort of a wave, and the torches like dim and turn sort of like bluish, creepy-ish, and he goes up to his throne, and he's like taking this. You're requesting a prophecy. He's actually taking it seriously and trying his best to do some sort of like, I am a god, and this is my prophecy ritual.
Yeah, and I think like when it's like you get ready, like he kneels before you, offers up the offering, and this is like, what's to become of me?
And I think he'll take the sake, and he'll open it and smell it and hold it out to you and say, drink.
Manabu will.
And then he'll take the bottle back from you and drink immediately after you, and drink like half the bottle before he slams it down and sighs, and let's see what the abyss is doing today.
You could also do this as a miracle and know exactly what's going on, or you can read the abyss.
I'm gonna try and gaze into the abyss. One more time. It's gonna work someday. Fuck it.
Hey, it worked the last time. It was totally
Oh, I know.
accurate.
It definitely worked. I've been trying to get a playbook move off with the Abyss. But a 4 is not gonna manage it.
Oh.
So, what does the future hold for Manabu, or me, or all of us? Who knows?
You know what?
Explosions? Is it explosions?
It might be explosions because, oh no, we've already done this to you. I was gonna be like Darkest. No, we've seen that happen to Xander. Okay, I think I've got one. You are trying to look into the threads of time, and the threads of time want to remain closed. So, if you want to push forward and still see what the future holds, you can. But you and Minabu might get lost in them.
I mean, that sounds like the absolute best. / worst idea. I mean, it's terrible, but I'm so into it.
All right.
I mean, this is my first official supplicant in my new hall. I can't fail. That's obviously not happening. And then he might not think I'm so hot.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Because I have to think what the fuck that looks like.
I also leveled up from that, and I'm picking up the Eye of Baylor from the Fomorian. So curses. Curses I'm bad at.
Nothing wrong can happen there. So, so last we were talking to Jupiter and Inari, and we cut off on a pretty cutting line about killing people. Where are you guys going from there?
I don't think there's anything else left to do with that scene. You think, Josh? I think you say that line and you've inflicted the condition. And I think we just cut away to having they've gotten at a confrontation, and Jupiter's doing the whole slouching on the throne, brooding because she's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think the only other thing Inari might say is, would you like me to leave Bruce or Sebastian here with you to cheer you up?
I'm not that shallow.
I thought that was your gimmick, but I understand. Thank you for having me over.
Oh, anytime. You know, this is all illuminating for both of us, I hope.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm refusing because I know what happens with when this queen sex move is triggered.
I had to offer. I mean, there's
yeah, and you have that move with your gang. So like, no.
Speaking of which, after Inari leaves, you get a call on your cell phone, Jupiter.
Oh, yeah, answer that. Hello.
Hello, Miss Jupiter.
Yes.
Hi, this is Justine. Please hold for ball.
Oh, sure.
Hold music.
Oh my god.
Hey, Victoria.
What's up? What do you want?
So noon tomorrow.
Huh.
Stars,
Cool.
stars are all aligning. Everything's good. It's time for you to get sacrificed.
Hmm. Cool. Do you mind if I ask how this all? Not that I'm scorching away from the deal. No, no, no. I'm just curious. What's how this is gonna function?
Yes. So we're going to inject you with AIDS. We're going to let it go throughout your body, and then as the noon sun reaches its zenith, we're going to pull your beating heart from the chest and light it on fire and burn AIDS out from the entire fucking world.
Well, you've thought that out.
Oh, there's a lot more to it than just that, but that's the basics. Everything else is prepared.
All right. I mean, okay. Noon tomorrow.
Noon tomorrow.
Cool. I'm gonna switch up the cell phone. Brood for like 5 seconds. Just make sure you put that perfect slouch on that throne, and then jump down and find Sally and like figure out whatever the hell to do with it for the rest of the day.
Holy shit, I didn't think you'd actually go through with it. I thought it was going to be legal battles of ownership all over the place.
She's easily led. Besides, a lot can happen in 24 hours.
Oh my god. Okay. Inari, what are you up to?
um, I mean, I guess the only person I haven't like gotten a good read from yet is Other. So off we go. Maybe while Manabu's still there, that sounds great.
Oh my god. So everyone else is going to have more time than Jupiter, apparently. Yeah, so you come into his room when there's this swirling vortex pulling everything in. If you want to avoid it, it's a keep your cool.
Yeah, I think I will at least try to avoid it.
What are you afraid will happen in regards to this vortex?
I'm afraid I won't get to. Ooh, my gang's with me. I'm afraid that Yukiko will be lost forever.
Yes! Excellent.
Because dang, that would suck. Whew. All right, let me see here. I think. Yeah, that's a 13.
Okay, you get to ask a question and get +1 forward on acting on that information. So I'm going to say this is a portal in time. So don't feel so you can actually get pretty broad with this question if it has anything to do with time.
Nice. Which of us, of the gods, will be the next one to do something that harms a large number of people, say like 1,000 plus?
1,000+ people. That is absolutely ball.
Of course it is. All right.
She wants to burn disease out of people.
I didn't know it was literal. All right, sounds good. I think Inari is just kind of like using her power to protect the gang from this time vortex.
Yeah, what does that look
watching as it
like?
goes down. So we're underground, right? In some kind of crypt.
Pretty much.
I think that we just see this wall of like mushrooms spontaneously spawn from the wall and like or from the ceiling and ground and the wall all around and create a barrier. Excuse me.
Mushroom net.
Yes.
All right. So, Uther and Minabu, you get flung to a where you land. You land in the mud, and there's explosions and lightning and all sorts of fucked up sounds going on all around you.
Shit.
Yeah, I think Manabu will doesn't really mind the mud, but will grab Uther and bring him down to the ground, start crawling.
Do you look up to see what's going on?
Oh yeah, after a while, I think we'll get to a tree where he feels sort of safe-ish, and you look around.
Yeah, that's a big fucking tree. That you're up against. Yeah, you see in the sky, there's this guy on a chariot pulling a ball of fire that is so large that you assume it's the sun. And this guy in a kimono rises in a tsunami and up and stabs the guy in the chariot through the heart. You see you see a fox being caught in a spider's web, and the fox had spit spores at the spider, and the spider is now covered in mushrooms. It is just fucking chaos all over the goddamn place.
Well, this is interesting. I want to go home now.
Sorry, I haven't done many prophecies. This is wow, this is a lot.
Yeah, and frankly, I think I might as well be honest. I didn't come for prophecy that much. I just really thought you were cute and that this was going to be something really good. And I was kneeling in front of you. It was all going nuts. Fuck it. And he'll just kiss Xander. I mean, if they're going to die, he's going to go out happy.
Xander is surprised, but totally into it.
Well, we have tree protection, so that'll work.
Right. Okay. So trigger your sex moves.
So mine is when you have sex with someone, see their world in all its terror and wonder, and add one to your next roll to travel there or gaze into it.
Yes. Mine is your subjects know better than to strike your consorts. The next time your partner would take harm from a creature or substance you commune with, they do not.
And what is let's figure out what Yggdrasil sex move is. Yes, you're having sex at the foot of the world tree right now. Because that's a great idea.
Seems normal. It's what you do.
Okay, world tree got a world.
Oh yeah. In your afterglow, you see a bunch of dwarfs coming out of the ground that look like the two of you, and they are starting to fuck each other. You are responsible for a new race.
And I think Manabu looks over like, oh, for the time to not have a camera, this could have been. Do you know the black market sex tape ring we could have done? I mean, cocaine, Doritos and Blow would have been out of the water. I mean, we would have won.
You're not wrong. It is, oh wow, unique.
Any chance of getting home again? You know how to? Did that ramp up anything in your mind?
Ramped up a few things, yeah. I'm curious as to what the like glimpse into Manabu's world looks like.
Okay, I think, will it be Manabu's world or Shubs's world?
Maybe a bit of both.
Everything here is the most disturbing. So
I think what it is, like, you see this like planet that almost seems to be like beating with a heart, and there's like this scraping and pawing at the earth, and you see like these hooves, and they're like at disjointed angles and all sorts of things like that. But like it keeps pulling out, and it's like one gelatinous creature with eyes and hooves and tentacles just moving every which way, and each tentacle is rocking a cradle, and each hoof is like pawing. You can hear like the pawing. It's nursery rhymes, and like in every cradle is like the Svartalf, a monster, and like the highest one that is beyond reproach is Alan.
I think Xander, he like leans in and whispers in your ear and says, I didn't have time to tell you before there was, but I have a plan, and I think maybe you could help. Do you trust me?
Well, after that, I better.
Good.
And I think in reaction to that, you hear a quiet whisper in a booming voice. Ooh, a plan. Let's see if the little ones have a chance to enact it. Because I have a plan too. And
no watching, pervert.
From above you, you see the giant form of Jormungandr.
Oh dear. Well.
Oh yeah. Diving towards Manabu and trying to pull us both into that vision of weird mother of all monsters world, and we're going to go talk to his god. Or not, or get lost in time and space. All sorts of things could happen.
Well, because you're already lost in time and space. But we'll come in to find out more about that. Let's flip back to Jupiter for a little bit.
Yeah, I think I'm about to set off and try and find Sally because I have 24 hours to live. And for some reason, I'm not really making any overtures to stop that. So I'm making my way out and trying to find Sally. Yeah.
You just like call her. I mean, big cell phones are a thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, cell phones are a thing.
I mean, they're like Nokia bricks at this point.
Yeah, I've forgotten about the 90s. It's been 25 years since I lived in it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm gonna call her.
Go for Oberon.
Wait, Oberon?
Oh fuck! Look,
I knew it. I knew it was only a matter of time before you got the big gulp. Where you know?
Look, it was an offer I couldn't refuse. You know how these things go.
Well, yeah, of course you can refuse it. You, biggest Fantheon I know of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
And oh my god, King of the Fairies? That's awesome.
I mean, he was very insistent.
I I didn't think there'd be much that he need to convince you.
Well, it's his reasons for coming about are a little sketchy.
Ah, but that's Chronos for you. You'll spell.
Oh, no. I'm talking about Oberon's reasons.
Oh?
Well, look, promise you're not going to be mad.
Promise.
So one of his people wants some things back. And, well, his people are, let's just say, his idea of what's appropriate is different than mortal conceptions.
Uh-huh. You're gonna have to skip to the end here, Sally. Or is it Oberon now? Which one do you prefer?
Oberon in professional settings.
Ooh, professional settings. All right.
What, you're into a little role play?
Are we keeping professional or not, Sally?
How do you feel about people as property?
Historically crap about it?
How about
Why?
mythologically?
Well, I guess mythologically I probably had some people as property, but I'm trying to think about that.
Okay. Well, I mean, Jupiter myths get pretty, especially on the Greek side, pretty not so great with the consent thing.
Yeah.
Now, this is a bit better on the consent thing, but it's more of a gray area.
Ooh.
So your friend made some less than good choices while in Fairy.
Of course he did. I mean, look, me and Uther calling us friends is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you met the guy. He just barged into your hospital
yeah.
room being
Well, Mr. Timmons wants Uther and his band back for lunch.
Okay. Oh, it's in. Wait.
As
Hold on.
lunch.
Oh yeah, there we go. Fairy talk. I know this.
And by fairy law, he has a very strong case.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck to Uther, I guess. I guess
Yeah.
it's
Look, I don't feel the best about that, but it's better than a war with fairy, which is currently something that could very much happen.
Oh my god, their first steps into godhood and you're already negotiating about wars and stuff. That must be really cool.
Honestly, it's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's look, this was a good way to like not have them, coming through that portal and invading the whole place and start stealing children and greater good, right?
Yeah, greater good. Along with all the perks that come from being God, but still greater good. Look, and you know what, Sally, I'm kind of glad you're now in on this. I always felt bad after the whole Nazi beating you up thing.
Look, he was in a bad place. I'm not going to say that I forgive him, but
Yeah, well,
given what's happened, I think I can move on.
Yeah, about that. You don't need to forgive him, it's just his memory left. Okay.
Well, his story.
Yeah.
I mean, is that? Come on, that's a motherfucking irony, right?
Best and worst ways stories can end. Speaking of ending, all right, you told me something big. I have to tell you something big.
Okay. What? You're not proposing over the phone because fuck you if you are.
No, but okay. I didn't get mad, so you have to promise you won't get mad.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
Okay. I might be dead by noon tomorrow.
What the fuck?
Yeah, speaking of contracts, I made a play at the New Year's party, and now I'm gonna be a sacrifice.
Oh my. What the? That's like the most. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, I kind of want to say this by phone. You know what? I probably shouldn't have. Maybe I should have just proposed.
Yes, you should have. And that was a terrible fucking idea to propose. It's not even legal. Oh my
Fuck,
god.
who's legal? We're gods now. Well, I guess. Well, actually, no. I guess you care about all the legal stuff, fairy, whatnot. Look, can we meet? I don't want to keep this conversation going over the phone.
Yeah. Okay. And let's cut the scene and do one last one with Inari. So Inari, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, I think Inari, if things are under control, would just stay here and wait for them to come back or for something to show up. Because she really wants to talk to Other. So maybe she would gaze into the abyss and try to figure out where they are.
Okay.
That's the best thing I can think of. It's gonna be an 8. So I'm looking for whereabouts as to Manabu and, or I guess I don't know that Manabu's there, so just Other.
So yeah, you try to search the What does it look like when you gaze into the abyss?
Yeah, it's me like flitting through the perceptions of as many
That's right.
sentient creatures as I can get my mind on. So all kinds of different. I mean, foxes first, of course, but then go from there.
Yeah, you flit through every creature on Earth, and you can't find them anywhere. And you, like, literally every creature, it gives you a headache doing that. And then you realize, wait, that doesn't feel like a creature there. But you're going to try anyways. And you flip, oh fuck, this is a stereo. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. And you see this vision of Uther covered in blood. And he's stumbling over to Kronos. And he's like, fucking finally, last day, I'm going to do it. And he rams his fist down Kronos' throat. And he pulls, and he pulls, and he pulls, and he pulls something out. And then everything falls apart. And that is where Uther is.
Oh, good. So that doesn't help me talk to him at all. And is very upsetting. Anari really thought she had a good grasp of what was going on here, and now these last two conversations, not so much. Or really just coming here, messed everything up. So let me see here real quick.
We're almost at 11, so I am going
Okay.
to create a good cutaway situation. You get a phone call.
Bruce will answer it.
Sure, I'll hold. Well, she's kind of busy. Look, she's but uh, 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 uh,
Oh, who is it?
Paul, she's scary.
Hey, Ball. Thanks for calling.
Hey, so we're on, and you have a very important role. You've got to make sure that Jupiter doesn't coward out on us, because tomorrow, the roof, noon, we're going to do it.
Okay, I think that we should have a little bit of a talk, just you and I first, because
Nope, too busy. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow at noon. I expect her. Make sure to bring Jupiter. Click.
Okay, that's a good way. That's a good place to end.
Also, Ball is terrible.
Should never have trusted that crazy demon god.
I will fight Ball for worse than the Pantheon.
You have one more session left.
To be fair,
Good luck with that.
to be fair, you are the one who's more likely to bring about Armageddon.
Especially now.
So let's cut the broadcast and start debriefing.